Hello and welcome to this special episode from Velox Racing. I'm Vishak, the project manager here at Velox, and we have with me
Adi, and I'm the lead manufacturing engineer.
So we're really excited today because we're being joined by Finlay from Share Your Story Altrincham,
Thank you.
who have been amazing supporters of our journey so far.
Thanks very much. I'm too excited to have something like this happen in the stores.
I was just going to say the amazing photos that you've taken for us and the videos, we could have only dreamed of taking them from our own phones.
Thank you.
We'd have been stuck with Adi's 10 megapixel camera.
It's actually 64 megapixels.
10 megapixels is not bad, right? Don't hate on it. Don't hate on it.
We'd like to start off with a quick question.
Yep.
Could you describe Share Your Story Altrincham in 3 words?
Share Your Story Altrincham in 3 words. Exciting, community, which I know isn't an adjective, but community, and innovative, I think.
Exciting, community, innovative.
I think so, yeah, because there's, from what we've seen, and I'm not going to blow our own trumpet here, but what we do isn't so different to what you can find in places like Manchester. But when you go to places like Manchester to find what we do, be like a place where you learn a new skill or record a podcast or find a photography studio, you find it usually in like the back end of an industrial estate or somewhere that's like not very like easy to reach. You know, we are right in the middle of Altrincham.
Yeah.
So for the services that we provide for people, like not just booking out this area like the creative hub, but also the printing services that we do, the courses, just the stuff that we sell as well, because most of it is really high end. To have it in such a central place like George Street, Altrincham is fantastic, and we don't think anyone else has really done something like it, really.
So what really inspired you to start off Share Your Story? Was there a particular moment, or have you always wanted to have a shop like this? What was the main kind of driving force behind that?
Really, this is the brainchild of my boss Simon.
Right.
Simon Hepburn. So it was his idea. He kind of had a bit of an epiphany where people these days, had an idea that people these days take loads of pictures already. Like there's loads of pictures just everywhere on your phone, on the internet, even on physical medias as well. But they don't go anywhere. Like I could look in my camera roll. I think I've got about 10,000 photos that I've collected since like the age of 14, which is scary. That's 10 years. Not 10 years. I'm not that old. 8 years worth of pictures. And I don't think any of them have been put anywhere useful.
Yeah.
So it was that idea of like trying to get these moments that you've captured and actually doing something with them, like publishing them so people can see it, because not enough people do that. And then it kind of snowballed into doing the same with podcasting and video, and then doing photo shoots for people. And that's kind of where it started, and this is where we are now. And we figure out that we can do new things every day as well. So like tomorrow, someone will come in with a question, and we think, we can actually do that, but we never thought we could. Like we totally forgot we could.
Yeah.
Our team can relate, because when we're just thinking about thoughts in like the meeting and we like brainstorm what we can do here and there, we only get like the really good ideas randomly throughout like our time, not even like spending time on the car, just like hanging out together in like school.
And that's the best time to have them. I think that all the best ideas that we have, I can speak for myself, but I think the others may agree, is when we're doing absolutely nothing. Like where we're doing something so mundane. Like there's many times I'll be sitting in my flat at about 11 o'clock at night watching telly and going, can make a banana bread. Like just
it is boredom.
Yeah. Like when there's nothing going on, you have to do something. You have to think of something.
Leads to innovation, as you said. Innovative.
Absolutely. Yes, yeah. I suppose so, yeah. And honestly, when you contacted us, first of all, F1 team, what? Like, an F1 team actually wants to work with us. That's crazy. Never had anything like that before. But the ideas that we had when we first got that email, or when we first met you guys in person, sorry.
Yes.
Like as soon as you went away, we thought, we could do this, we could do that, because we could get him in front of a green screen and Photoshop in Max Verstappen. We could like we can get them on a podcast. We could like do those crazy like slow mo action shots.
Yeah.
Like our heads just kind of went, whoa, we can do so much here, and we didn't even think we could do 10 minutes ago. That's it in motion. That's it in practice. That just happens so often being here now. It really does.
You said that you're quite surprised by the things people come up to you and ask you that, could you do this? What would you say is the most surprising or interesting thing you've done for a client or ever worked on?
I was going to say today. We had a guy come in who who used to live in Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason he lived in Egypt is because this was during the war. His dad was based in an RAF base in Egypt. So he brought in these developments of film pictures of him and his family and his dad in the squadron.
Yeah.
And they were faded, they were like barely like legible really.
Mhm.
Initial question was, can you please take these in and then scan them and then actually make them look kind of normal? And we thought,
Yeah.
I mean, we can scan them, yeah, but like we'll change some colors, see if it
So
turns
like a
into
normal
anything.
task. For
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys.
What came out was amazing.
Really? Why?
Because it was we didn't realize that the stuff that we actually have, the technology that we have to on our fingertips, is so powerful. And there was one image in particular where it was like almost like a squad picture. So they were all like sat in rows, right? Like, like a classic school picture, but RAF obviously. And the original picture was so faded. The ISO would be turned all the way up because there was a lot of African soldiers in it, and then the white people there were just like really washed out, like you could barely see him. We were like, okay, no saving this. Sam scanned it, and I'll give Sam all the credit for this because he did all of it, right? There's no way I could do this. This is his remit. I'm audio. He does all the editing stuff and the colors and film photography and all that, right? It's just changing like a couple dials and knobs just made the whole thing like. It was like a night and day difference. Yeah, it was night and day. It was like an image taken like 5 years ago. It was crazy.
Which software was it?
It was Photoshop.
Was it simple Photoshop?
It was just Photoshop. Yeah. Photoshop and Lightroom is all it was.
Really?
And he did that for all 9 that the guy brought in, and then he printed them all off 4 times. And obviously these things are tiny. They're like little they're like little thumbnails, like half a Pokemon card size, right?
Yeah.
And now we've blown them up 4x6, which obviously is not great. Like not a massive size, but then it's still like a lot.
So much,
The resolution wise, you thought, oh god, this is gonna look really grainy. Doesn't at all. It was amazing. I was, oh my god, we can do this, really?
Yeah.
That happens every day. I swear to God, every day.
Really?
Yeah. It's just nice. It's nice to just seeing what people have to offer, what they can give you. That's what I'd say about that. It's great.
So do you often find yourself, is it more learning new things or finding out how you can apply the skills you have in different contexts and situations? Or is it a mixture of both? What would you say?
I would say it's a mixture of both. Yeah, there's a lot that I brought to the company already, which I'm using now. Obviously, I did my degree in popular music, which sounds a bit poncy, but I promise you it's an actual degree. You don't just study Dua Lipa for 4 years, right?
Which university was it?
This was in Edinburgh Napier.
Right.
So I chose to specialize as a producer, which meant I got the big 20 channel desks and the big studios,
all the sliders,
all the sliders. Yeah, so like this little thing here I've got to my left is nothing compared to the massive ones I had to deal with. So confusing.
They look so complicated.
Yeah, because you just look at it and just start quivering in your boots. Oh my god, I can't use this. I've got a band in a minute. I need to record them all. Oh no. But I did my degree in that. So I already knew mics, already knew audio, but what I didn't know is how good I am personally, me, at creating content.
Really?
Because now I run the social media with Sam.
Yeah.
And I wasn't quite. I took on that responsibility because I knew that it was something that the company needed to focus on, but I wasn't hired as that.
Of course.
And now I realize that I can make a lot. Can I say that when I was in school, there was no kid in the ages between 14 and 16 that would ever done anything like what you boys are doing, I swear. Just using software to simulate wind tunnels with F1 cars. What?
I think nowadays, of course, in our area, the schools, they are quite competitive. They are quite academically focused, but I believe Adi would agree probably there is quite a lot more awareness I think nowadays about all these different campaigns, project programs. So when we first heard about F1, we thought it'd just be making a car, but then once you start doing it, we realized the multifaceted aspects of it. We never thought we'd be out here doing a podcast with a company who's supporting us. I thought we'd just make a car, race it, and then that's it. But of course, I've been managing the social media as well, so Photoshop wise I can relate with the content you guys have been working on.
You know what I mean, it's tapping into what people can be difficult, but once you got it.
I thought the competition would be the most interesting part of the tournament, but honestly it's the
everything
journey.
but the car has been so
up to
interesting.
it.
Exactly.
I mean honestly, I think I can say on behalf of the rest of us that I think we're really grateful to have people like you working with us.
It's amazing to have you. You guys are the reason we can do what we do.
Yeah.
If we had no support, if we had no sponsorship, we'd be nowhere. So yeah, once again, really big thanks.
Well, honestly, thank you. I think we've both done each other a favor doing this
Yeah.
because like we realize what we can do with the stuff that we have. I was going to say limited. It's not by any means. Like we've realized what we can do with what we've got, and we've given you a bit of a platform.
This is an amazing setup, and as you said earlier, it's about having the skills and applying them in different contexts.
Mm.
That's the real beauty of it. It's not how much you have. If I give someone like all the laptops, the music producing things, they can't do anything unless they have it from within themselves.
Yeah,
Which I think
exactly.
you've talked about quite a bit.
You could give any kid like 14 years old upwards a computer and just tell him go, and they'll make something.
Exactly.
That you don't need all the most expensive things in the world. Just tell them to make something. Like someone's going to come out. It doesn't need to be good, but someone's going to come out of it, and you just need that's just amazing in itself.
Off on a different tangent, at the start we were talking about photos, right? You said that nowadays on like phones, people have so many photos. I've like personally noticed that in like social situations with friends, whenever something interesting happens, people are very quick to take out their phone, take a video of that photo of it. Do you feel that that's maybe losing in the moment, that people are more worried about social media taking photos? Because obviously, share your story, it's very videography, filmography. What are your thoughts on that kind of intersection?
I think that being able to take out your phone and just take a picture really quickly is incredibly like it is probably the best thing to come of the past 10 years.
Really?
I do, because I do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was abroad the other day. I've just came back from Turkey.
Turkey, right?
I was there for 10 days with me, my girlfriend, and my two parents. And I took a film camera, which I bought from here, which underwater film camera, by the way. So I got
wow,
I got
underwater.
I got photos of fish. Amazing. But I also had my phone on me as well. And what I got into a habit of doing is when I saw something that I thought was quite picturesque, but I had to capture it in the moment, quickly just get my phone out, done, walk off.
Yeah.
That was all I did, and then I scroll through what I got. So I didn't do that with like every single thing, because I know what's good and what's not. I've trained my eye enough being here to know like what makes a good picture.
Yeah.
But had I not been able to do that, then there'd be so many pictures I just wouldn't be able to capture. That's just it. I think film photography is popular because you need to take more care with your shots. You get 25 or 36 or however many shots you have in your reel, and that's it. If you waste them, you waste them. That's your fault. But that's why it's so popular, because people take care of them. Phone photography and just having your phone on you to take pictures is good because you don't want to miss a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it really comes down to.
Do you often think that nowadays with phone cameras like getting better every year, do you think they'll ever be able to get at that level to replace physical like handheld big cameras ever? Or
Yeah.
do you think there'll always be a place for those?
I think they are.
Yeah.
Have you seen the release of the iPhone 17 Pro?
Yeah.
So obviously the camera's great.
Mm-hmm.
The zoom in it is great. It's I think it's equivalent of 200 millimeters, which is like professional photographers need to buy multiple lenses to reach that.
Yeah.
Right. But when you go into the actual crux of it, and you see what the camera can actually do, it shoots like settings which only videographers would know about. So we, even on this camera here, we're using the Canon R8 for anyone listening. Really highly powerful cameras, full frame. It's about $2,000 of equipment on itself, and that's with the 16 millimeter lens. It's great for just shooting any sort of video, right? And log means that you can change the colors of them. So usually when you film it, it comes like gray,
Yeah.
and then you add your own colors to it afterwards. So
Right.
it's high power stuff. Your iPhone 17 can now do that.
Really?
It has not exact same, it's log 2, not log 3, so it's like a generation behind, but it still gives you that capacity to change the colors as if you're shooting like an actual film.
Mm-hmm.
And it has an adapter now where you can I can't remember what it's called, but you plug in a thing which it measures like a time scale, I think it's called, which means if you have multiple in one studio, you can click one button, they all
Sync
turn
them
on at
all
once.
together, yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, they do that in Disney Studios.
Changer,
you know what I mean? So it's totally game changing. Yeah, I think if you use your phone correctly, it will replace any camera you could ever have. But the point of having a camera is that you don't look at your phone.
Right.
I think people really want to make that break. What I've found is that people are coming in specifically to buy a camera so they don't need to look at their phone.
Okay.
And have the two is completely separate. Yeah.
objects.
So for those who want to have like a multi-tool in their pocket, yeah, the phone's great. But if you really want to take care of what you're shooting, some go for the camera. It's totally up to the user, I guess. Totally up to them.
On the phones topic, using a phone as a camera, like you obviously talked about the iPhone 17 Pro. So I think that would be your number one phone for like cameras, right?
Yeah.
Like what would be your like top 5 for the other 4?
Oh, well, right. So 17 Pro is obviously number one currently. I have been an Apple user for the vast majority of my life.
Okay.
So I know how that works. So I would say that anything between the 12 and the 16 Pro is probably going to come either second or third. And the Samsung SE24 or Samsung S24, sorry.
S24, yes.
Yeah, that I think that's about second. The camera, that's great. It's really, really good. It doesn't have the same capabilities as the 17 Pro.
Yep.
But it's still great for just doing what it does. 4 and 5th is negligible. I think you could put any like the base iPhone in there and the base Samsung because there's actually not that much between them. That's why I stick with iPhone because it's a bit more.
What's your current phone, if you don't mind me asking?
13. I've only just got the 13. So to be honest, I'm planning on getting rid of this because I saw that 17 Pro.
So you're going to go for that?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It'd be handy for me working here because we shoot a lot of content on the Canon R8, and I think it'd be nice to see the difference between that and the 17 Pro. It also means you're not lugging around a massive camera. It's just your phone.
On like the dedicated cameras, like if someone was looking to buy a camera, like what was the top like 3 things that they should look for?
Okay.
Let's say Addy's here to buy a camera from you guys.
Okay. Well, what do you want to use the camera for?
I want to take pictures of landscapes when I'm on holiday.
Okay. Cool. What's your budget?
Let's say £400.
That's the Canon R100. It's mirrorless, so new tech.
Okay.
It's only been tech that's been out for the past 6-7 years.
How does mirrorless work?
Okay, so DSLRs are the cameras that have been around for about 20 years.
Yep.
Any camera, like big camera that you think someone has, say like your mum or something like that, and that they've had for a while, is going to be a DSLR camera. Right?
Okay.
DSLRs are the one with mirrors in them. So when you press the shutter down, that you hear is the mirror flipping up and down to take the picture, right? So the reasons why I would go for mirrorless is because 1, lighter, no mirror in it, which means it's smaller as well. So like this little dinky thing would be like the equivalent of this absolute Goliath in your hand.
Yeah.
Second of all, the image that you see through the viewfinder, which is the bit at the top of the camera, and the screen on the camera as well, will be 100% true as to what you're taking on the mirrorless, as opposed to the mirrored, where it's an emulation and it's not exactly going to be what you're taking a picture of. So some people take a picture on the DSLR, look at it back and go, it's not what. Yeah. That looks weird. Well, yeah, because it's not the picture you thought it was. That's why. So that's why I say mirrorless is better than DSLR. But both are great. Both the DSLRs are still good in this day and age. Just mirrorless is a little bit more high tech. If the camera that you want for landscapes, £400, I would recommend a Canon 77D. We have that in our store. It is a DSLR. It's a little bit chunkier, but for the price point, it's still really good.
We'll buy that next after this podcast.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
A Lioness came into the store on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, and bought a Canon R50. Grace Clinton was in the store around about 3:30 on Saturday, and I know it was 3:30 because I wasn't here.
Oh.
I took the half day, and then I got a message in the group chat saying, "Oh my god, just had a Lioness buy a camera!" I was like, "You are joking."
It's
really?
amazing.
I missed that? Because nothing happened that day. And then all of a sudden, a footballer walks in and I was like, oh, for God.
Like the one day you don't go to school, like everything fun happens.
Oh mate, that happened to me every single time. There was a point in time where I didn't go into school for one day. And that one day, a whole band came in and did a 2-hour gig in the theatre. I was like, are you joking? And I'm sitting in my bed sweating with the flu. For God's sake. Yeah, no, I've been there, done that. That's the same thing happened then as well. So we've had a footballer come in. We've had... what was it? We've had loads of different photographers come in as well who've like done incredible things.
Mm-hmm.
Film photographers especially, we work with quite a few, but there's some that came in that are like absolutely awestruck in that, because like I would love to work with them, but they're just too big for us. Like Dan Watson, who works with Leica, our camera brand. They specialize in film, but they do some digital ones, and their cameras are expensive. Like you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands. There's another guy that came in as well. I can never remember his name because he spoke to Simon, not me, but he gets given Hasselblads to shoot, and they are even more like special than Leicas. Like if you get your hands on a Hasselblad, well done. He gets given them by the company. So like, I'm absolutely like, oh my God, I'd love to work with you. Please, can you send me some of your photos? Yeah, we get loads of people coming in like that. And they all buy, well, our Canons. If you want to get into digital photography, our Canon R100s and R50s are great. Not just for photography, but also video creation as well. We're selling a bit of a bundle where if you buy the R50, you can get like a video mic that goes on top of it. It's almost like a little shotgun mic, and a little gimbal to hold it as well. It's like a little stand that kind of stabilizes it, or like it can turn into a tripod as well. But that's just really good for people who wants to make high quality content.
What would be, as in, do you have a dream camera that you'd want to use, anything like that?
Yeah. And it's totally within my price range.
Really?
I don't know why I haven't done it.
Which one is it?
I want an Olympus Trip.
Olympus Trip.
So it's a film camera from the 80s.
Oh,
Right.
And you can get them on eBay for about £70.
Really?
Yeah, I've just never got around to it.
How big is it, like physical wise?
Oh, it's tiny. It's like
It's
it was like that. It was like postcard size.
All right.
So yeah, it's not like humongous. It's just a little point and shoot. But it's a film camera, and they're really well made, and they are absolute gold dust. Like, I mean, gold dust is 70 quid, but like they're still like really popular. They're a fan favorite, absolutely. That and the OM10, both made by Olympus.
What's the OM10 like?
OM10 is a little bit bigger. That would be like your DSLR equivalent of the 80s.
Right.
Like what this technology would be like 40 years ago, coming up 50 years ago. Oh no.
So what do you find so like appealing about them? As in they're quite 80s is how many years ago now? What 25? Yeah, 45 years.
Yeah,
What really appeals to you in them?
they are quite authentic. So you can actually like feel the shutter. But once you click it, your whole hand shakes.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Right.
There was a video that we did with a film photographer called Sign, who we're really good friends with now.
Fine. Okay.
He shoots on Leica, and I followed him around going around Altrincham, give him a bit of film, black and white film. When I edited it, I needed a noise, like a camera shutter noise, like a ch-ch, but I couldn't find anything online.
Yeah.
So we had an OM10 that someone had like donated to us for a bit, and I just stood in that corner right behind you, right? And I just got my phone and just clicked the shutter button, and that was it. So I just used that because it's such a classic sound. I just used that because it just sounds great. It's so crisp and metal, and if you drop it, it's going to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like it's just so well built, and that's why I want it.
So what's stopping you buying them?
But I've got
If
bills,
anything at
man.
in this economy.
Yeah, I know. In this economy.
Addy, we know what to buy him for his birthday now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen, my birthday's in a month, so you know.
Oh, great timing.
That's your dream camera, but do you have like an end game camera, like something that would be
End
like,
game camera.
yeah.
This is such an Addy
Jeez.
question to ask.
Well, the thing is, I'm not a photographer as much as I am a videographer. I like shooting video.
Okay.
So for me, Sony FX3, or really Sony FX6, which they're like proper cinema cameras.
Okay.
So if you see like a job advert for video production,
Yeah.
like I did for Man City the other day that I didn't apply to, I promise. They require you to know about video cameras, but they have like it's desirable that for you to have experience with the FX3 or the FX6, because
so that's
it's
like
just,
what the standard for.
yeah, it's just the industry standard for that sort of thing. Not quite cinema, but you do want high quality content you can share and put on TV and that sort of thing. You want an FX6.
Have you used one of those before?
Never in my life.
Really?
I'd love to, but never in my life. No, I really, really want to. I think the closest is the R8, and that doesn't even touch it really.
So as you go up in like price or standard in cameras, what's the main thing that actually differs between them? What actually gets better? What are the main things that improve?
I would say the sensor size.
Okay.
Because some cameras are only a crop sensor. So the cameras that we sell, the R50 and the R100, they are great, but they're crop sensors. So that means that they're still cutting off like a third of the shot of what a full sensor would do. So like it's not. I don't mean like a straight line down, but like it's not. It zooms in a lot more. Okay. So when you see like a lens that say it's like 50mm, right? But you put it on a crop sensor, it actually turns into, if I do the maths right in my head, about a 66mm, which means it's tighter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get as much of a shot. If you go for a full frame, then you get a much wider angle.
Okay.
And you get to take in a lot more. So that would impact the price point of a camera. The different settings in it as well. If it's like better controls for ISO or aperture, stuff like that, which is where Sony is king, but Sony cameras aren't as intuitive for beginners.
Right.
So that's why we go for Canons. Canons are like not foolproof, but better. They're better to learn with than Sony's, I'd say.
Especially with like phone cameras and stuff. Like a big part of people like comparing each one like on the go is obviously the megapixel size, because it's just a number.
Yeah.
But like in reality, how much does the megapixel number affect
Not much.
the camera?
Not much.
Not much, no. You could have a 25 megapixel camera and still have a crop sensor, and you'd be missing out half a shot.
All right.
It's not really, like that's whenever you watch people like MKBHD, right?
Yeah.
And he starts talking about megapixels of cameras, right? This guy knows, right, that full frame cameras and crop sensor cameras are really the difference between the two, right?
Yeah.
You could have like 48 megapixels, like will be in the next 17 Pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Canon R8 is a 24 megapixel.
Right.
Off the top of my head, I might be wrong on that, but I know it's lower than 48.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to take a much better shot. I have a photographer who uses a Lumix G400, I think that's right. And when she takes her shots, my cheeks are so red because it just picks up saturation so much. So
Yeah.
like the colors are way, way, way different. And then she puts it in her computer, turns everything down, and then it looks normal. So it really depends. If you want what you're really going for is a camera that captures colors like as true as possible.
Yeah.
So like if I take a picture of you now, your jacket's gonna be navy, yours is gonna be light blue. Like that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Canon's really good at doing that. Sony's really good at doing that. But that's why most people need to edit their photos, because some cameras aren't as good.
I think we've gone into quite a deep rabbit hole about cameras,
Yeah,
which
I'm
is
sorry,
mostly
yeah.
over my head. Shop wise,
Yep.
do you guys have any upcoming projects or anything you're gonna do that's quite exciting and
Oh,
interesting?
you just missed one.
Really? What happened?
Yeah, so it was Saturday, not Saturday just gone, but the one before that.
Okay.
We had a big exhibition in here for a photographer called Meg. Meg Kerr, she's based locally, and she did an exhibition about pictures in lockdown.
Okay.
So it was, the process was that she would go to people that she knew these people.
Yeah, I think we saw that outside, didn't we, last time? Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were taking the photo, we saw,
So
picture of that, yeah.
she was taking pictures of people that she knew from the outside looking in. So they were inside the house because obviously they couldn't leave. Because obviously she was out of them. So she got some really cool pictures of people like looking outside and having reflections of trees and birds and stuff, like the light happening outside reflecting back at them.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We put that on the easels around the store, but she also tasked me on making like an audio clip of Boris Johnson doing his COVID announcements every morning. You remember them?
Yeah.
Just to like create this like kind of feeling of dread. Like, oh no. Like to put you back 5 years ago where some people don't really want to be, just for like 3 minutes or so. But that having the pictures alone was really cool, but having that extra bit as well to accompany it, which just kind of made it hit home a little bit harder. Like, oh, this actually did happen, and I did live through this weird time, which will be in every history book from now on. You know what I mean? It was quite surreal, but we all really enjoyed it. And this place was rammed. There's about 50 people in the store, and you know how small this store is, right? There's about 50 people in there. You basically couldn't move. I was like sardined in. I'm trying to take photos.
It literally wasn't locked down at that point, except no social distancing.
Yeah, exactly. There was no social distancing whatsoever.
How did you organize that? Who got in touch? Did you contact her? Did she contact you?
So when we first opened in May, she was someone that we already had on our radar anyway. So she was coming in and being involved in our store.
Yep.
But she didn't have any like artwork up, or she wasn't doing any work for us. Like we weren't commissioning her for anything. But I just mentioned to her, we got an inspiration wall there, which we wanted to fill with different pictures anyway. And it had like 3 up there at the time. It still does now. And I was like, if you want to put anything up there, invite it on. Yeah, absolutely. All right, amazing, cool. Months went by, and then we kind of brought it back up again. And she sent me 3 projects which she wanted to put on the wall. She said, pick the best one, pick the one you like. All of them were great. Like I looked through every single one. I was like, God, I could have all these up on the wall, but I had to sit 3 by 1. And we have a lot of black and white on the wall currently. So there was a project that she did on Withington Baths when they were closed. So everything was like really gloomy and dark and dull. Yep. Really cool, but wanted a bit of colour in there, so we chose lockdown instead. And then it just kind of went on from there up until start of September. Yeah, it was really cool experience just to work with her, really.
Exhibition wise, is that one of the main things? As in, how often would you have exhibitions here of people's photography?
Every couple of months.
Couple of months, right?
Yeah, and we would usually do it we usually do it like if we're on good terms with them anyway. So I think the next, like, we'd love to have just random people on our wall, right?
Yeah.
But like, we need to have like,
Of course,
somewhat
yeah,
of a
makes
relationship
sense.
with them before
Yeah.
we do that. So people like Jane, who is our photography tutor. She teaches their photography courses.
Tutor, right?
Yeah, so we run courses in here, and she teaches people how to take good photos on their phone, but as well as the big DSLRs and mirrorless as well.
What type of courses are they? How do they work?
So phone photography course, which is the one we had this morning actually, it's 3.5 hours long, and you learn how to take better pictures on your phone.
Mhm.
So like that's obviously
Yeah.
yeah, like have basically like normal framing and stuff
Framing,
like that,
yeah.
like getting the subject in right, but also there's some settings in your phone which you just did not know existed. So
Oh,
getting
really?
into them
Right.
and learning how to use them properly to take pictures as good as your mirrorless or
I think that's gonna be the next podcast, finding out Addy's phone, what it can actually do.
I'd love to see what you got, see what you can do on it. What
Yeah.
have you got in your pocket there?
A52.
Ooh, you got some kit there, mate.
Yeah, I don't think there's a competition between my phone. This is
Oi,
the best
that's
phone.
not. Wait a minute.
It has
what?
a camera as well.
Let me see that.
1 megapixel.
Comparison.
Wait a minute. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you not own a smartphone?
No, that's been my phone for the last 6 years.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I love that. I really,
Really?
love that. That's nuts. Oh, mate.
That's been getting me through high school so far.
I think I'm older than this phone.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Just. I mean, just like this might be like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
I love that, mate. 1 megapixel.
It's amazing. Like, it has not broken, nothing. It's indestructible at this point.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh my, you can take the battery out of it.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's so
Thank
cute.
Guys, this is a phone to get.
Mate, I love that. I love that. I think most people are going back to like the Nokia bricks.
So I think there is more awareness nowadays about like phone usage,
awareness, yeah.
addiction, screen time,
Yeah.
social media stuff.
Are your school quite strict on it?
We're not allowed to use phones like in and around the building, only in the sixth form center, and that's obviously.
So that's only privilege we
yeah.
get year 12, year 13.
Okay.
And normal, yeah, they're not
Yeah.
allowed to be seen whatsoever.
That's crazy.
And
Wow.
I think that's like better than a lot of schools, because like
Yeah?
my friends from other schools, I hear them like when I come back from school.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of texts that like
Oh,
1, 2,
during the
3
school
o'clock.
day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I get you're allowed to do it, but like that's not really.
It's
what
all about
schools-
focus,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, you gotta make sure that your teacher hears that bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make
So
sure
if
that
you're,
they
if you're
know.
listening,
Model student.
When I was in school, they obviously weren't allowed to have phones in class. That was just basic rule. But there was a bit of a conspiracy that the school like installed a scrambler.
Scrambler.
Yeah, so like you couldn't get service on
On
school
that,
grounds.
yeah.
Yeah, I swear that they did that because like, as
Really?
soon as you walked, not even inside, but as soon as you walk through the school gates, you're still outside. 4G gone.
I mean, it's the best way to stop kids using their phone.
yeah, just turn it off.
Give them
Turn it
terrible
off.
Wi-Fi.
No internet, no Wi-Fi.
I know. Wow.
What are your thoughts nowadays on social media wise? Because of course there's so many apps. We
Mhm.
see so many people using spending so much time on them. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's too much? Should they be reduced? How? Because I think was it Australia that's doing the ban
Yeah,
on
they banned
smartphones?
it
What age
for,
was it?
I think 16.
Under 16, yeah.
Australia's doing a ban for phones
Social
and-
media.
Social media.
So obviously not
under
phones, but social media.
Under 16, yeah.
I don't hate that.
Really?
I don't hate that. But then again, you were talking earlier about being able to give a kid a laptop and them being able to do anything in the world.
Yeah.
I think restricting them from that means that you can't.
Yeah.
I hate this debate because there's obviously two sides to it that I both agree and disagree with. Like, it's such a difficult thing to kind of tiptoe around. But I think I was watching Educating Yorkshire yesterday,
Okay.
and there was an episode where they brought up phones, and they were in the office, and there was an older teacher and a younger teacher, and these are the two kids that were kind of like arguing, and they boiled it down to social media being the problem.
Yeah, definitely.
And the older teacher said, see when you're watching, because apparently this text came through when this girl was watching a film with her gran at home,
Yeah.
and she said, well, see when you're not bothering it, and you see these messages, just turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn it off. And I don't like that as as a message, because that's just like saying if you don't like getting mail to your house, don't open your letterbox.
Don't open it.
It's still going to be there.
Just nail up the letterbox.
Yeah, so what, you're just never going to check your mail ever again. Like the letter's still going to be there, the text is still going to be there.
It's not going
like,
to disappear.
It's not going
That's
away.
not the solution.
As soon as you turn it back on, it's going to be right in your face
It's just
again.
postponing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just postponing. Exactly, it's postponing the inevitable. So
Delaying the
there needs
inevitable,
to be another solution rather than just turn it off, like some people see it as. But it's like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, social media can be damaging especially for kids. Anyway, I just think banning it entirely is just not great. I don't think at all.
What do you reckon? Do you think there's better solutions, or
there must?
Let's
be
say if you were like in charge of the country, if you had Finlay,
If I was
if we
Keir
had
Starmer,
Finlay as PM, Keir
God.
Starmer,
if I was,
what would you do?
If I was Keir Starmer, oh god, what would I do if I was Keir Starmer? I think the social media ban is something I both agree and disagree with, because I get the motive behind it. I don't think it's as shake your fist at a cloud, like anti-authoritarian as some people think. But there has to be some sort of control where kids aren't like exposed to such damaging things, but exposed to some good ones instead. Social media is good for certain things, like being creative and,
of course,
showing pictures
There's
off
two sides
to your
to every
friends. Yeah, exactly. And then the other side of the coin needs to be dealt with. I think targeting that first in some way would then make places like Instagram and TikTok a nicer place to be in, I think.
Adi, what are your thoughts social media wise? Do you think like kids our age, we obviously see so many people, as in on the way to school in the buses, all the kids are just like all looking down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like I understand, like if you're not coming to school with any of your friends or something, like there's one thing you can do is talk to them online.
Exactly.
But like some people, they just go on TikTok for like an hour.
Even when they're with their
half an
friends
hour
on the
commute,
bus.
Yeah, that's nuts. I think that's rude.
Like I've not had like any, obviously no social media on my phone for like 6 years, and people, I've not missed out on anything, because basically we see our friends every day, and if we need to, there's always ways to contact me. So I don't think people would be actually losing out on anything if they were to, like, for example, Australia's doing ban smartphones for under 16, but obviously not smartphones, sorry, social media.
Social media, yeah.
It's quite a traditional mindset though.
Yeah.
So like we might have to like adapt it.
Adapt,
towards a newer
mitigation
audience,
rather than full on like eradication of it. I don't think it can be taken away though. I think people are too
And,
much
like,
involved.
if you
in
just
it.
like take it away from children and then suddenly drop them into the pool where they can
Exactly.
suddenly use it, like they need to learn how to navigate it.
It's like, for example, all the kids in
life.
Australia, they've grown up with phones and everything,
Yeah.
social media. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Because, well, like you said, you don't want to drop them straight into the deep end and go, here you go, there's
Exactly.
this massive community of
Tie
people you didn't know
into
existed.
Yeah.
And they kind of feel a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know. I see both sides of it. I don't really know what the solution is.
Topic of social media. There's been, obviously, we've seen nowadays such an increase in the prevalence of AI. How have you been using it in your own workflow? Have you been
No.
using it? Not whatsoever? Do you
I
think
hate
there's
it.
no link? Really?
I hate it with every fibre of my being.
Really?
personally. Oh god.
Why? Why?
Because, well, so when I was writing my final year dissertation, when AI was really becoming massive in
What was the
universities,
dissertation on? What topic?
my
was it?
dissertation, bear in mind I did my degree in pop music.
Mhm.
My dissertation was on how politics in the 80s had, well, the certain political, laws and how do I describe it?
Legislation.
Thank you. Certain political legislation impacted the way that musicians were creating music. So, in the 1980s, and I used Thatcher's government as an example because so many things were happening at one point in time.
Yep.
I used the miners' strikes and the Section 28 protests. What was the other one as well? Falklands War.
Yeah.
And I basically showed how these things that happened in world politics that were controlled by the UK government kind of shaped how people in the United Kingdom were creating music and distributing it too, because that was changing ever so slightly as well. And when I was writing that, I wrote it entirely off the top of my head. I didn't use AI for anything at all.
Yep.
I mean, if you can't figure out how to spell, you need Grammarly to do that for you, and that's your own fault, I think. If you can't figure out how to write 12,000 words, that is your heart and soul of your degree. It's everything that you're really passionate about, and you're getting a computer to do it for you. I think it's poor. So for the creative industry, where you see AI making videos of things that didn't exist, or editing.
Have you ever
faces.
tried using like AI generation?
No.
There's quite a lot. DALL-E. There's.
Oh, I remember when that came out. It was funny because like the generations were obviously so terrible.
Yeah.
But you could just make out what they were. And I think it's been about 2 years, and now AI looks real.
That's the problem.
And I think that's a bigger problem with social media.
Yep.
Is the people on social media posting that. I think it's totally abhorrent.
Like tools, not really like generation, but like helping like AI video editors that would help or guide or like photo. Like for example, in Photoshop, there's like content aware, generative fill. All that's AI, of course. No one's manually masking in stuff. No one's actually adding it in.
Okay.
Stuff like that. What are your thoughts?
So we use generative fill. I'll look at myself. I will seem like a hypocrite here. We use generative fill to restore some photos.
Yep.
Because it's just some things that we physically cannot do.
Of course, yeah.
If it's AI is doing something that the human was never able to do anyway,
Okay.
totally cool with that. Other than generating whole videos that didn't exist.
Okay.
If we use it as a tool, like you say, generative fill to restore pictures and that, then that's totally
Just like
fine.
helping with our own stuff, not like relying fully on it.
Yeah, I'm totally with that, right?
You're fine
But
with it,
if you're getting an AI to write your essays and dissertations for you and spell checking everything for you as well, like open a dictionary, man. They're there for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like look up the spelling of a word on Google at least. Then it means that you actually typed it in yourself, you know?
Yeah.
That bothers me. That bothers me. It just means that whatever we write from now on, it comes with less integrity as it did before, I think.
Do you see what Sam Altman said recently? He said that after this year, no child will ever be born that is smarter than AI.
Oh, God.
That's the level AI is at.
Really?
Have you ever thought about like AI replacing a job or anything like that? Because that is quite a worry. What are your thoughts? Do you think
it has replaced my job?
It has?
Well, you've just said there that they are AI video editors. Well, they edit the video for you.
Yeah.
Well, I edit video every day. It has replaced my job.
Yeah.
That's something that is happening now. So of course I'm worried about it. When I'm at home, I'm a music producer. I produce my music too, and I obviously have been doing for years. Mixing and mastering services and just music creation is being replaced by AI. That's just happening. There's a TikTok sound which is the lyrics are vulgar, and I know why. It's because it's an AI cover of a song that already exists.
Yeah.
And it's in Portuguese as well, so it's fine to the English ears. But that is it's totally AI, and no one has really clocked onto that. It's a trending sound as well. Like it's generating a lot of money.
How good is AI music generation wise? Can it like understand fully what sort of stuff like people
how good is it in terms of how realistic it sounds?
Yes, and how well does AI understand composition elements?
AI doesn't understand composition elements, no. But the quality of sound that it's bringing out would be fine if you put it on Capital.
Yeah.
Which is scary. That's
Can't tell the difference.
Yeah. If it can go on Capital FM, you've got a bit of a problem, I think.
Right.
That's what I think anyway.
I mean, is that a reflection of AI or is it a reflection of Capital FM? That's a real question.
I know. Oh, jeez.
I think, one last thing for today.
Go on.
We found out it's been great hearing about share your story, how you guys have been involved. What could people who've been listening, how could they support your mission? Is that visiting, volunteering, spreading the word? What do you think is the main thing you'd like people to do more?
We don't want people to volunteer.
Yeah.
We want people to come in and not spend the money.
We want more money.
We don't want people to come to volunteer directly to us. We want people to be creative just in general, and you don't need to buy anything off us to do that. You can just do whatever, express yourself in any way, shape or form. We'd love to see what you're doing. Some people just come in and show us what they do and not buy anything, and we go, oh, that's actually really cool. A woman came in the other day and showed us a scrapbook that her father-in-law had made for her late husband, who used to play football in the 1960s. And there's this really interesting scrapbook. You turn the pages and there's all these headlines that have been cut out of newspapers of all the goals that he scored, and then he managed, and then he did this and
wow,
the other.
Seems nice.
This is really cool. And I said to her, this actually deserves to be in a museum, not in our storeroom. But yeah, just we want people to be as creative and as exciting as they possibly can. If you wake up and you think, I want to take a photo, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be something that I've never done before and totally reinvent myself, let us see you do it, because that's really cool. And post it. I'm on Instagram all the time on our socials, right? I'm seeing everything that's happening in Altrincham. If you want to do something cool in Altrincham, please post it. Please let me see it. Thank you.
On that note of creativity, thank you for letting us be creative by helping us out so much. It's been great to find out about you guys. It's been great to have you guys as a sponsor, a part of our journey. And for all of you guys listening, be sure to check out Share Your Story, Altrincham, and Instagram. And then after that, check out Velox Racing on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's all for us.
Don't
Thank
forget
you.
the second part. Thank you.
All right, cheers, guys.
Thanks so much for coming in, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.